sausage. I just cut it up into chunks. Place it in between the divots, okay, on your oiled muffin tin. Trust me, this is the best way to make breakfast. So these are biscuit breakfast muffins. And why they're called muffins is because we're using a muffin tray here. So you want to add your sausages in between everything. So the biscuit's going to expand. Trust me, this is going to be so gosh darn good that it's going to make you always want these for breakfast. So after you add about half, follow along. We're going to get some cheddar and Colby Jack cheese. And you're just going to add a good chunk right in there. Just like this. As you can see, a good chunk in here. And you want to press down into the divots. Okay, you're going to make this the sides here. And you just want to get as much cheese as you can without filling it too much. So as you can see, I'm pressing it down, having some gaps here, pressing it, interweaving everything. Okay, this is how you make the perfect bite in all your biscuits, just like this. So I just sprayed a little bit of pan inside my muffin tray, so make sure nothing gets stuck. Just like that, beautiful, perfect. And we are almost done with everything, as you can see there. And now, what we're gonna do, that's prepared. We're gonna move this to the side here. We're gonna get some eggs in a little mason jar. And we're just gonna crack about 4 eggs inside. So 4 eggs into this mason jar, just like this, really quickly. Boom, bada bing. Perfect. Now we're gonna season our eggs while it's inside of this jar. I add some sea salt, a good chunk of sea salt, because that's gonna season everything else. I have some paprika here. I like my eggs very smoky, paprika-y. Then we're gonna add some garlic powder. Remember guys, you can add and substitute whatever you want. By the way, what's your favorite meal of the day? I really want to know, because mine is definitely breakfast. Some fresh grated black pepper. It just adds that more flavorful crunch and crisp bite that pepper has. And now we're going to mix everything. So, use a fork, use whatever. I like to mix my eggs inside a cup. It's just a lot easier to mix. It keeps everything contained, as you can see. And why do I season my eggs inside? Because it just makes sure I season my eggs and I scramble them so everything gets incorporated evenly, not just on top of the eggs, okay? So look at that, fully whisked and mixed. Get your tray back at it again. And we're just gonna pour our egg mixture right on top, just like this. And you just want to fill until, and you want to go slow with it, okay? So don't go too fast. Beautiful. Look at that. And you just want to fill the grooves of this biscuit recipe. As you can see, you give extra, just pour to the ones that need the extra egg. Look at that color of that egg. That's what I call seasoning, and that's what I call flavor. So after we add everything in, all we're gonna do to make it look prettier and taste better, you're gonna add a couple more breakfast sausages right on top of each one. Boom, boom, boom. And you eat with your eyes, but also you eat with flavor. And if you don't add enough sausage, this is going to be pretty bland. So you want to add more protein than not. So everything is added in on top of everything. Now, lastly, we're going to add a little bit more cheese right on top, just for additional flavor. And it's going to get very crispy on top when you add it. So this is going to expand very high. That's why we use the large muffin trays. and it's gonna come out really nicely. So I'm gonna throw this into the oven at 375 for 20 minutes until it's fully cooked. These are done. Check them out, guys. Look at these egg breakfast biscuit muffins. So I have some gravy here, and I used this Pioneer gravy, store-bought, super easy to make at home. Let me show you how I top everything, and we're gonna dig in. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. So I like to season it a little bit extra, so I add some paprika dust on, of course, on the sides of the plate too. It just makes it really pop. Just look at that. It has a really smoky, nice taste to it. I add a little bit more garlic powder, just a little bit more. We're just dusting it and flavoring our biscuits. Add some more pepper, just right on top of everything. It really makes the plate pop too. Now, here's the most important part. Let me get a spoon. I have some gravy here, and this is how I like to top my biscuits and gravy. So you can't have biscuits without some gravy. So this gravy right here, I like to put a little dollop on each one. And if you want to go crazy, you can go crazy. You can add as much gravy as you want. I like my gravy thick though, so this is my thick gravy. Just like that. And just love to top my gravy. I like to add a little bit more. We spread it around town. Absolutely delicious. So I made perfect amount for these 3 delicious muffins. Add a little bit more if you want to. And I like to top it off with some chives here. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at it just come together. These are so yummy and delicious. Doesn't that look so gosh darn good? So I'm gonna lift it up. Be careful, it's super hot. So cheers. I like to dip it on the seasoning on the sides. Look at that, perfect bite. You cannot beat that.